Have you guys noticed what's been happening lately in Thailand? Foreigners have been dropping like flies here. It's unbelievable. I was kind of looking at this and I'm like, is every place like this? Like if you were to travel to other top tourist destinations in the world, is it the same? Is this just a normal thing? Are these statistics normal? Because, you know, I hear about what's going on in Thailand, not other hot destinations, not other places that people travel to internationally. So I want to get into this a little bit and see if this is a Thailand thing or just a travel thing, a normal thing. Is this normal? 19 deaths in the last 60 days. So I put some input into, one of the AI things to search for me, how many people have perished in the last 60 days. And I think it went from February 6th, February to April 6th, 2 months. 2 months. How many people? 19 people in Thailand. And I want to compare that to some other places in a minute. But let's just get into a little bit of this. So in Thailand, somebody fell off a cliff on Samui. There was a daylight shooting in Phuket. In Pattaya, they found 2 people in a hotel room deceased. I think the guy was like 80 something, the lady 60 something, and that supposedly was they took their own lives, like left a note or whatever. Traffic accidents, always traffic accidents. I mean, that happens all the time. Recently on Khao San Road, they found 2 people deceased in a room with some white powder laying around. Somebody else had a heart attack at a temple possibly. But like I said, 19 people in 60 days. So what's the cause of this, and is this normal? I took a look at a few other countries that a lot of tourists go to. I mean, Spain, France, they're up there. I think France is #1 in the world for most traveled place. I looked at Mexico, I looked at the Philippines, because that's, a lot of people go to Thailand, go to Philippines. There's a lot of expats living in the Philippines. Vietnam, that's a new hot spot. And guess what? If you add up all those places, it doesn't even come close to Thailand alone. All of them. Now, Thailand's pretty good. You may think they keep a lot of things secret. You hear about, somebody may have fallen off a balcony and it's not really in the news or they don't want people to know, but they're pretty good about reporting here in Thailand. There's a lot of kind of Western type media outlets that are reporting things in English. So that's out there. I mean, it's out there. You think maybe in Mexico they may keep things a little quieter. Well, in Mexico, 2 deceased. One was a drowning in Tulum, and the other one, I think somebody had a heart attack or something. Philippines, 3. A couple drownings and something else. Not a lot of violent crime going on towards foreigners. Usually year in and year out, Mexico is the leader because a ton of Americans go down there and bad things seem to happen to them. But for whatever reason, this 60-day period I looked at, because it was just in the news all the time, I'm constantly hearing about it, Thailand was crushing everyone. So France, #1 tourist place. Let me see, I think, let's see, 0. 0 in France in the last 60 days. So 1 in Vietnam, 2 in Mexico, 2 in Spain, and 3 in the Philippines. What is going on here? I mean, when I retired, I was looking at a lot of different countries, and I picked Thailand because I felt it's the safest, crime-wise. I never even considered looking into traffic fatalities or what's going on the roads here, because that is the biggest thing ever. I think year in and year out, about 20,000 motorbike, let me double check that. Let me rephrase this. 20,000 motor, accidents, DOAs from accidents a year, but the majority of those are from motorbikes, and a lot of foreigners succumb to that. I see all the time, English guy, British guy, Russian guy, American guy, constantly, all the time, motorbike deaths. So let's get into a little bit of what is the cause and can anything be done about this? I'll give you at the end just something I think sums up the complete issue here in Thailand. So as I was saying, the top killer motorbikes, that takes the most year in and year out. That takes the most. Number 2, water, plus alcohol, plus complacency, rip currents, rip tides, no lifeguards, people partying, going swimming. So there's tons of water accidents a year here. And, you know, I think some people that really are on holiday, I've heard of a few Indians that died in the water. They didn't know how to swim, but they're out there in the water. If you're not a strong swimmer and you get caught in one of those rip currents, you're done. You're done. I mean, you know, and people panic. There's a way to handle that. And don't ask me how it is, because I don't know. I'm not a strong swimmer. I can swim okay. I mean, I could float on my back and swim on my back, and I'm okay. But, you know, there's people that are far worse than I am at swimming, and, you know, it's dangerous. You shouldn't, you know, you got to be real careful. Number 3 is falling. You know, people get drunk, they do drugs, different things happen, maybe off balconies. You know, I'm sure the majority is people depressed, mental illness, they want to end it all and they jump off the balcony. Number 2, incapacitation, falls off the balcony. And I'm sure there's some people that are, you know, that happens. That can happen to somebody here. Mental health and substance abuse, you know, like I said, you know, people taking their own lives. But the substance abuse issue, you know, people come here and they try different things, and, you know, anywhere in the world. I mean, U.S. was having a terrible time with, you know, different types of people doing different types of edibles and not knowing exactly what's in it. That can happen, or people taking too much, overindulging. I mean, this is just, it's a problem. It's a problem anywhere in the world, but it's you know, recently been in the news here. I did a video recently about a couple that might have ingested the wrong thing. You know, they might have thought they were doing one thing and something else might have been in it, and the guy passed away. The lady was in bad shape, and she ended up being okay. So let me give you what the root cause, I think, is that people come to Thailand to just party their face off. Just friggin' party. Like, this is, you know, you go to France, you're going to sightsee, or Spain, you're going to maybe go lay on the beach. But people come here, a lot of people come here with the full intent that they just want to get smashed, party, have a great time. And it's great for that, but don't overdo it. Don't ingest things that you're not 1,000% sure what they are. You know, even if you do, you know, when you get going like that, it's easy to overdo it. It's easy to overdo it. Alcohol poisoning, you know, overdose, taking the wrong stuff, you know, poisoning. That stuff happens all the time. Number 2, don't swim while drinking. Should seem obvious, but, you know, it's a party place, and you got beaches, you got booze, and you got water and stupidity. What do you know, it's a lethal combination. It's funny, you go like look at ChatGPT and they give you different things, and one thing it popped up, it said, stay off balconies if you've been drinking. A funny thing is, I was recently in Korea and hanging out with a buddy there, and the balconies are so high. You know, they're like almost eye level. Like, literally, you could not fall by accident. You have to climb over and jump. And he was here recently. He's like, oh my God, this is like wild. And we were up on the BTS and like the rails around the upper area of the BTS. He's like, I can't believe like how low this is. People could just fall. I'm like, well, Thailand's kind of a place where it's up to you. You know, you want to be reckless and endanger yourself, have at it. I mean, that's just how it is here. Life is different. It's not as sacred here as people want to treat in the West. You know, if you want to do something stupid and you meet your maker, so be it. That's just the attitude here. So that may be another reason why things are so dangerous here. You know, you go to different places. I remember going to the Pai Canyon up in Pai, and there's no guardrails. There's nothing. You know, I saw a family, and the little kid was right by the ledge, and he almost slipped. If he would have fallen, he'd have been in big trouble. I mean, it's just how it is here. It's just not the safety precautions. They're not handling you with kid gloves. They're not babying you like in the West. It's up to you. You know, everything is up to you. If you're coming here and you don't have experience on a motorbike. I see this all the time. I just saw it in Koh Chang recently. People, you could tell that they've never ridden a motorbike in their life. They get on and like that. And I've seen videos where people get on and boom. They're like, if you've never done it, don't come to Thailand to try riding a motorbike for your first time. This is not the place to learn how to ride a motorbike, okay? I came here to ride a motorbike. I went to the school and practiced on a friggin' course before I started doing it, you know, and, you know, wear a helmet. You got to wear a helmet here, okay? Besides it being the law, you know, it's just, you're nuts if you ride a motorbike, motorcycle, anything without a helmet. When I was a policeman, if you didn't have a helmet on, you were done. You're done. So some advice, if you're coming out here, get travel insurance or make sure you have insurance from home and follow all the laws. If you don't have a motorbike, motorcycle license and an international license, don't drive it here. You're not allowed to. And if you do ride it, A, if you're not wearing your helmet, B, you don't have the right license and something happens, then your insurance is not even going to cover you. They say that usually it's an average of about 200,000 euros, or I don't know, dollars, whatever, for somebody that gets in a bad accident, and that's what you're going to end up owing the hospital. And you know, you hear tons of stories about people being trapped in the hospital because they can't make that payment. But so just something I wanted to touch on this video. It just, to me, it comes like just the wildest people come to Thailand, the people that want to party their face off, and that's what causes it. So I don't think it's Thailand itself. I think it's the people that are drawn to Thailand, the freeness of it. But that comes with a price, you know. Freeness comes with a price. You got to take care of yourself. It's up to you. Up to you to be careful and take care of yourself here in Thailand. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Greenie out.